Are you weary of exorbitant rent prices, perpetual political turmoil, or simply yearning for a new beginning? What if the existence you envision is merely a flight away? A multitude of significant events have unfolded across the globe, and today, we delve into them. Have you ever pondered the reasons behind the growing trend of Americans relocating and embarking on fresh starts elsewhere? It transcends mere social media aesthetics. These destinations present liberty, economic feasibility, enhanced healthcare systems, and indeed, greater contentment. Forget the relentless grind in a city that depletes your resources and spirit. There are locales where your finances extend further, your anxieties diminish, and your prospects genuinely appear promising. We will explore these possibilities, and remember, we'll synthesize the key takeaways at the conclusion of our discussion. Numerous developments are shaping our world, and it's crucial to stay informed. Before we proceed, if you find value in our analysis, please consider subscribing to our channel and giving this video a thumbs up. Your support is incredibly important for our growth and helps us continue bringing you insightful content. Also, let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. We love hearing from our diverse audience. So, prior to renewing that lease or hailing another overpriced ride-sharing service, pause and ask yourself, is it perhaps time for a change of scenery? Is relocation the answer? Let's investigate the 10 most favorable countries for Americans seeking refuge right now. Number 10. Portugal. Do you believe tranquility and affordability are mutually exclusive in a single nation? Portugal might challenge everything you assumed about moving internationally. This nation has discreetly emerged as one of the most sought-after havens for Americans, attracting not solely retirees, but a diverse demographic. With rental costs commencing at approximately $500 outside major urban centers and the availability of a digital nomad visa facilitating opportunities for remote professionals, it's understandable why individuals are abandoning the domestic chaos. It's not merely about escaping. It's about discovering a place where life quality improves substantially. Portugal offers a unique blend of historical charm, stunning coastlines, and a welcoming culture, making the transition smoother and more appealing for newcomers seeking a different pace of life and better overall well-being. The allure extends beyond simple economics. It encompasses a lifestyle transformation. Make sure to watch until the end, as we'll be summarizing the key conclusions from our exploration. But consider this revelation. Portugal achieved the rank of the 7th safest country globally in 2024. This translates to reduced fear, diminished stress, and increased freedom to truly savor life. The healthcare system is universal, ensuring access for residents. The cuisine is characterized by fresh, affordable ingredients, and the ocean is perpetually within easy reach, offering coastal beauty and recreational opportunities. You'll observe Americans acquiring properties for prices comparable to a used vehicle back home, yet still maintaining a comfortable standard of living. This economic advantage, coupled with high safety standards and accessible health care, creates a compelling package for those seeking a significant life change. The digital nomad visa further sweetens the deal, opening doors for a younger, professionally mobile demographic that might not have considered Portugal previously. So, contemplate this. If contentment had a specific location, would you recognize the path to reach it? Portugal could be much nearer than you imagine, offering not just a place to live, but a place to thrive, redefining what's possible when seeking a fresh start abroad and questioning preconceived notions about expatriate life. Number 9. Mexico. Are you still under the impression that Mexico is solely about spring break destinations and tourist traps? Reconsider that notion. Mexico is currently home to over 1.6 million Americans, and their reasons extend far beyond savoring authentic tacos. By 2025, it's solidifying its position as the primary destination for escaping sky-high rental costs, a fractured healthcare system, and pervasive burnout. Cities such as Mérida and San Miguel de Allende provide security, robust expatriate communities, and residences available for under $700 per month. These communities offer a supportive network for newcomers, easing the transition into a new culture and environment. The affordability factor is a major draw, allowing for a higher quality of life on a budget that might be stretched thin in many U.S. cities. The rich cultural tapestry, vibrant local life, and diverse landscapes, from beaches to mountains, further enhance Mexico's appeal as a place to build a new, fulfilling life, challenging outdated perceptions. However, here's a critical insight many overlook. In numerous Mexican regions, private healthcare is exceptionally affordable and dependable. Its quality and cost-effectiveness often make the United States insurance system appear comparatively disadvantageous, almost like a financial burden by contrast. And yes, believe it or not, certain areas in Mexico boast greater safety records than major U.S. cities like Chicago or Philadelphia. You would likely be astounded by how far your dollar stretches in this country. Options abound, from coastal towns and mountain villages to colonial cities, all accessible without the intense pressure of constant hustling merely to survive that characterizes life in some parts of the U.S. The cost of living allows for experiences and comforts that might be out of reach stateside. The real question, therefore, becomes, how much longer will you disregard these possibilities before considering a move? The accessibility of quality, affordable living combined with cultural richness presents a compelling alternative. Before we continue exploring these life-altering destinations, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button. Supporting our channel enables us to keep uncovering these remarkable places and sharing them with you. Trust us, there are more incredible locations coming up that will broaden your horizons even further. Your subscription ensures you won't miss out on future explorations that could potentially reshape your perspective on where and how you want to live. We're committed to bringing you information about real, viable alternatives to the pressures many face today, and your engagement helps make that possible. Next on our list, we venture to a country where afternoon rests, or siestas, are customary. Healthcare is a public provision, and the equilibrium between work and personal life is genuinely prioritized. You've likely witnessed its charm depicted in films, but perhaps you weren't aware of just how livable it truly is. This destination offers a lifestyle that actively encourages relaxation and personal time, a stark contrast to the high-stress environments many are seeking to leave behind. The cultural emphasis on well-being translates into tangible benefits, from accessible healthcare to a societal rhythm that values leisure alongside work. Let's delve into the specifics of Spain. Number 8. Spain. Are you exhausted from laboring 50 hours a week merely to cover rent and basic necessities like ramen noodles? Spain exemplifies what occurs when a nation prioritizes the well-being and enjoyment of life for its populace. You might be astonished by the number of Americans establishing new lives here, not due to immense wealth, but because Spain is progressively simplifying the relocation process more than ever before. By 2025, the introduction of the new digital nomad visa permits remote workers to reside legally in cities such as Valencia, Seville, and Granada. In these locations, renting a complete apartment can be less expensive than securing a parking spot in New York City. This is not an exaggeration. The affordability extends beyond housing, encompassing daily living expenses and allowing for a more relaxed financial existence compared to many high-cost areas in the United States. While you're enjoying a €1 espresso at a charming street-side cafe, consider another significant advantage. Spain provides free public health care coverage for its residents. Compare this accessibility to the often burdensome average $7,000 deductible prevalent in the United States healthcare system. However, the appeal of Spain transcends monetary considerations. It's fundamentally about the quality of life experience. Here, exhibiting burnout isn't a status symbol. People commonly take 2-hour lunch breaks, shops close for the traditional siesta, and there's no societal shame associated with resting and recharging. This cultural norm isn't indicative of laziness. It reflects a profound commitment to balance. It's a concept that Americans are increasingly recognizing as something they've perhaps never genuinely experienced back home. The safety aspect is also noteworthy. Spain ranked among the top 30 safest nations on the 2024 Global Peace Index. Walking home late in Madrid or cycling through the picturesque countryside doesn't carry the same level of tension many Americans have become accustomed to. Furthermore, guess what's even more remarkable? Certain regions in Spain are literally offering financial incentives to foreigners to encourage them to move in. Rural towns are providing cash grants, free housing, or tax breaks simply to infuse new vitality into their communities. While U.S. cities continue to exert financial pressure, Spain is presenting genuine opportunity. So, the pertinent question remains, how much longer will you allow the system to deplete your resources before opting for something superior? Spain isn't merely a location, it represents a second opportunity for a life that doesn't feel like a constant struggle for survival. Number 7. Costa Rica. Do you perceive paradise as merely a fantastical image you encounter while scrolling through Instagram feeds? Costa Rica is the tangible place where individuals genuinely live the existence you fantasize about, and joining them might be surprisingly more accessible than you realize. This nation is not only breathtakingly beautiful, but also politically stable, environmentally conscious, and notably hospitable to foreigners. Over 120,000 Americans already reside here full-time, and this figure is rapidly increasing. What draws them? It's the possibility to retire comfortably, work remotely amidst stunning natural beauty, or raise a family with significantly less stress than typically experienced back in the States. Consider a 2-bedroom home situated near the beach. It's possible to find rentals for around $800 a month. And private health care? Visits often cost under $100, and this is for high-quality, top-tier medical services, showcasing an incredible value proposition compared to U.S. healthcare costs. Don't mistakenly assume that living in Costa Rica necessitates residing deep within the jungle. The country boasts modern cities, robust infrastructure, widespread fiber-optic internet connectivity essential for remote work, and convenient direct flights connecting to the United States. But perhaps the most compelling aspect is the government's proactive stance. They genuinely welcome newcomers. The Pensionado program extends residency to retirees who can demonstrate just $1,000 in monthly income. Additionally, the recently introduced investor and remote worker visas offer even greater flexibility, streamlining the process for various types of expats. You would be genuinely surprised at how quickly stress dissipates in this environment. The local culture embodies the phrase pura vida, pure life. It's more than just a catchy slogan. It dictates the rhythm of daily existence. There's no frantic rushing, no incessant grind, just authentic time to breathe, connect with nature and people, and truly live. That persistent anxiety felt back home? It's not a burden people carry here. Nature is intrinsically woven into daily life, from lush rainforests and majestic volcanoes to pristine, untouched beaches. This country seems intentionally designed to encourage a slower, more mindful pace, offering a refreshing antidote to modern pressures. In fact, Costa Rica is one of the planet's few designated blue zones, areas where inhabitants regularly live well into their 90s and beyond, maintaining good health and joyful spirits. So, ask yourself, if the system in the U.S. seems to be accelerating the aging process, why not consider escaping to a country where people seemingly age in reverse, embracing a lifestyle centered on well-being and longevity? Number 6. Thailand. What if you could experience a regal lifestyle without actually possessing immense riches? Thailand transforms this dream from mere fiction into a tangible possibility, often just a flight away. This is a place where $5 can still secure a complete dinner, a refreshing street-side coconut, and a relaxing massage to conclude the day. The value proposition is extraordinary. You'd be genuinely astonished by the purchasing power of your money here. Rent in cities like Chiang Mai, or even in certain districts of Bangkok, can be as astonishingly low as $300 per month for a contemporary apartment. And these aren't cramped shoeboxes. Such rentals frequently include amenities like cleaning services and access to a swimming pool, offering significant comfort for a fraction of the cost elsewhere. The healthcare system is among the finest in Southeast Asia. Private hospitals in Thailand are so advanced that individuals from Europe travel here specifically for medical treatments, often finding that the total cost, including travel, remains lower than what they would pay back home. However, Thailand offers more than just affordability. It boasts profound beauty. Imagine jungle-canopied temples, pristine white sand beaches, and golden sunsets mirroring off ancient ruins. Thailand feels intentionally crafted to encourage visitors and residents alike to decelerate, appreciate their surroundings, and simply breathe. Furthermore, in 2025, the Thai government implemented an expanded long-term resident (LTR) visa program, specifically targeting remote workers, affluent retirees, and investors, making long-term stays more accessible. It's akin to being handed the keys to paradise and told, "Welcome, settle in when you're ready." Here's the often unspoken truth. Thailand isn't solely for budget backpackers and social media influencers. It's a haven for individuals weary of the conventional 9-to-5 existence, tired of exchanging precious time solely for rent money. It attracts people seeking more than mere survival. They desire to live fully and richly. Safety is also a key factor, with Thailand ranking among the safer nations in Asia. In Chiang Mai particularly, you'll find substantial communities of Americans, Canadians, and Europeans, individuals who initially came for a short stay and ultimately decided never to leave. But guess what truly changes the game? Some expatriates living here report maintaining a comfortable lifestyle on less than $1,000 a month, without sacrificing comfort. This budget covers rent, food, transportation, and leisure activities. Attempt achieving that standard of living in a major city like Los Angeles. So here's your contemplation point. If you could exchange peace, beauty, and freedom for the cost equivalent to your monthly cable bill, what reason would you have not to seize that opportunity? Thailand isn't just a vacation spot. It's a reset button for life, and it's available whenever you choose to press it. Number 5. Italy. Do you assume that living under the Tuscan sun or along the Amalfi Coast requires millions in the bank? Italy is subtly dismantling that perception and welcoming newcomers. And you might be surprised who's taking advantage. In 2025, the Italian government introduced new visas specifically designed for remote workers and freelancers, simplifying the path to residency. But that's merely one aspect of the evolving story. You would likely be amazed by the number of Americans now purchasing homes in Italy for less than the price of a used car back in the States. Yes, entire homes. Numerous towns, particularly in southern Italy, regions like Abruzzo or Puglia, have initiated €1 home schemes. These programs aim to breathe new life into depopulated villages by offering properties for a symbolic price. Naturally, there are renovation commitments attached. However, even after accounting for refurbishment costs, many of these homes total under $40,000. That figure is less than a single year's rent in many major U.S. cities, presenting an incredible opportunity for property ownership in a culturally rich setting. What about essential services? Healthcare in Italy is universal, providing accessible medical care to residents. Public transportation is generally reliable, connecting towns and cities efficiently. And the food? It's not just sustenance. It's a cornerstone of the Italian lifestyle. You don't merely eat in Italy. You savor every meal, turning even a simple coffee break into an experience. Picture a €1 espresso, sipped leisurely while standing at a local bar, observing the world pass by. The culture inherently encourages slowing down. Consider this. Work-life balance isn't just a modern buzzword here. It's deeply ingrained in the national psyche. Shops frequently close for extended lunch breaks. Families prioritize gathering around the table for meals, and life encompasses far more than just the pursuit of a paycheck. Italy's cost of living certainly varies by region, but in areas like Abruzzo or Puglia, renting an apartment for under $600 is feasible. This affordability doesn't mean sacrificing charm. You can still enjoy cobblestone streets, scenic sea views, and vibrant local markets overflowing with fresh produce and homemade cheeses. It's the kind of life many Americans associate with unattainable fantasy, yet it's a tangible reality unfolding right now. And here's another crucial point. Italians aren't merely tolerating expatriates. They are actively inviting them. Small towns are offering incentives for foreigners to relocate, establish businesses, and contribute to revitalizing their communities. So, let's pose the fundamental question. If you could trade your daily grind and stress for a slower, richer, more delicious existence, what genuine obstacles remain? Number 4. Georgia. Do you believe relocating abroad necessitates navigating complex visa procedures or accumulating years of savings? Georgia is challenging that assumption, welcoming Americans one by one with remarkable ease. You would likely be astonished by how straightforward it is to move here. This often overlooked treasure nestled in the Caucasus region extends a free one-year visa to Americans upon arrival. That's correct. No extensive paperwork, no lengthy waiting periods. Simply arrive, and you're granted permission to stay for up to a year. And once you've settled in, the cost of living is almost unbelievably low. It's possible to rent a modern apartment in the capital city, Tbilisi, for as little as $300 per month. Dining out? Expect to pay around $5 for a meal. High-speed internet? It's both fast and inexpensive, crucial for digital nomads and remote workers. But what truly entices digital nomads and remote professionals to Georgia? The country specifically created a program tailored for them, aptly named Remotely from Georgia. This initiative grants individuals the ability to live and work legally for up to 365 days, while simultaneously experiencing the nation's rugged mountain landscapes, ancient wine-producing regions. Georgia is considered one of the birthplaces of wine, and the warmth of its incredibly hospitable locals. The freedom experienced here is palpable. There isn't the feeling of over-policing often found elsewhere, nor is there a rigid cultural conformity. Georgia presents itself as raw, authentic, and sufficiently undiscovered that you don't feel like just another face in a crowd of millions of expats. Yet, community thrives here too. From the artistic neighborhoods of Tbilisi to the burgeoning coastline of Batumi, people are drawn to Georgia not merely to survive, but to genuinely flourish. So, consider this. If you could relocate halfway across the globe with virtually zero visa complications, reside in a European-style city for mere pennies, and be enveloped by history, nature, and authentic freedom, why haven't more people seized this opportunity? The real inquiry is, why haven't you? Number 3, New Zealand. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the sheer noise and chaos of contemporary life? New Zealand could represent the vital reset button you weren't aware you needed. Situated far from the global clamor, this island nation provides something increasingly rare: genuine peace, exceptional safety, and truly breathtaking natural beauty. You would be surprised by the number of Americans choosing to leave everything behind for a place where the air feels cleaner. The healthcare system is public and accessible, and the rhythm of life is inherently more humane and balanced. In 2025, New Zealand enhanced its skilled migrant and investor pathways, simplifying the process for legal relocation, especially if you possess remote income, substantial savings, or skills that are in high demand within the country. The government is actively seeking fresh talent and investment. Consider the population density, still under 5 million people. This figure is smaller than the population of some individual U.S. cities, translating to ample space and a less crowded existence. Yet even with all this natural expanse and tranquility, you don't have to live in complete isolation. Cities like Wellington and Christchurch are technologically advanced, culturally vibrant, remarkably safe, and highly walkable. New Zealand consistently ranks near the very top globally for quality of life metrics. It secured the number 2 spot on the 2024 Global Peace Index, second only to Iceland. This level of safety and stability is a significant draw. So here's the proposition. If you could exchange the constant noise, pollution, and pressure of your current environment for majestic mountains, pristine oceans, and profound peace of mind, what truly holds you back from making the change? Number 2, Czech Republic. Do you assume that living in Europe is financially out of reach? The Czech Republic stands as the remarkable exception that proves this assumption wrong, and it's a destination you absolutely need to consider. You would be genuinely amazed by how far your dollar stretches in this storybook nation. In 2025, Prague continues to be one of the most affordable capital cities in all of Europe. Rent for a city center apartment can realistically be found for under $800 per month. Fancy a pint of beer? It often costs less than $2, sometimes astonishingly, even less than a bottle of water. But the appeal extends far beyond medieval charm and inexpensive brews. The Czech Republic boasts a robust digital infrastructure, making it ideal for remote work. It features universal health care, ensuring medical needs are met without crippling expense. Public transportation is reliable and efficient, connecting cities and towns seamlessly. The country hosts a rapidly expanding tech scene and a growing expatriate community, making it incredibly livable for Americans seeking a smarter, more balanced way of life. Furthermore, the process of establishing legal residency is surprisingly manageable. Freelance and remote work visas, such as the Zivno trade license, are readily available and relatively straightforward to obtain compared to many other European nations. It's remarkably feasible to live legally as a digital nomad or self-employed expatriate here. You don't need to be wealthy or retired. Simply working online or generating income abroad often qualifies you. But perhaps the most attractive element? Safety. The Czech Republic ranked as the 8th safest country worldwide on the 2024 Global Peace Index. Education is also a strong point, with world-class universities, many offering programs entirely in English, often with minimal or no tuition fees for EU or international students. So, let's be direct. If you could reside in a place where fairy tale castles form part of your daily commute, where the cost of living doesn't financially suffocate you, and where bureaucratic hurdles aren't an insurmountable nightmare, why wouldn't you consider it? The Czech Republic isn't just a picturesque destination. It represents a significant life upgrade, quietly waiting for discerning individuals to recognize its potential. Number 1. Canada. Have you ever felt that the quintessential American dream still exists, just perhaps located slightly further north? Canada might be the very place where quality of life, affordability, relative to many major U.S. hubs, and opportunity retain genuine significance. You would likely be surprised by the increasing number of Americans quietly making the move across the border permanently. In fact, immigration from the United States to Canada has shown a consistent upward trend since 2020, and in 2025, new express entry pathways and streamlined work visas are rendering the transition faster and more accessible than ever before. If you possess skills in technology, healthcare, or education, or even just stable remote income, you could be an ideal candidate for permanent residency. But consider this. Canada isn't just about simplified visas or superior healthcare access. The country consistently ranks among the world's best for overall happiness, quality of education, and public safety. Cities like Montreal and Calgary offer vibrant cultural scenes combined with notably low crime rates. While Vancouver and Toronto are admittedly more expensive, they stand as major melting pots of innovation, diversity, and opportunity. And regarding healthcare, Canada's public system, while perhaps not flawless, ensures you won't find yourself drowning in exorbitant medical bills or crippling debt, a critical game changer for countless Americans disillusioned with the system south of the border. Beyond the practicalities, there's the sheer sense of space, real, expansive space. Nature is deeply integrated into the Canadian identity. Whether you envision hiking the majestic Rockies or relaxing by a serene lake in Ontario, peace and tranquility are readily attainable. You'd be astounded how many U.S. expatriates report a significant improvement in their mental well-being simply from making the move north. So, let's pose the ultimate question. If Canada offers enhanced stability, more reliable health care, and arguably a brighter future, what specific factors are genuinely preventing you from exploring this option further? So, there you have it. 10 nations where Americans are increasingly choosing to pack their bags, begin anew, and finally shape their lives according to their own priorities. Whether your ideal involves tropical beaches, ancient historical cities, or tranquil mountain retreats, each of these locations provides something the U.S. often seems to lack currently: a better balance, greater affordability, profound peace, and genuine freedom. But here's the reality. None of this information benefits you unless you initiate the first step towards change. So, if even one of these countries resonated with you, prompting a moment of reflection, then take action right now. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next potential life-altering destination we explore. Like this video if you discovered something valuable today. Share it with someone you know who's ready for a fresh start. Because while many remain stuck in the familiar loop, you've already begun the process of seeking something better. And trust us, a better life is out there, waiting to be found.